And we're live. Welcome to the Zach and Joey show. I'm not Zach or Joey. I'm Marceline. Hello. So let's bring in Joey to get the show started. Woohoo!
What am I? The opening act?
Oh heck yeah, we are. I know. What's up with that?
Why are we starting with me? Why can't we start with Zach? Oh, he's not here.
Where in the world is Zach? Hey, so can you believe a month has passed since last we
It's wild,
casted?
isn't it? And now we are facing the last week of June. Hello, July, next Friday.
Yeah.
It's our birthday month.
Birthday
It's
month. You know what?
birthday month.
I thought of something for July because we will be in the same
We're
space,
seeing each
same
other, right?
place. We will see each other. If any fans or anyone in New York wants to meet up, we could do that. We could eat like Filipino food or whatever. It'll be fun. Fun,
Oh,
fun.
I have an idea. Jollibee Times Square will probably be open by then.
Oh no, because there's Jollibee here in California. I eat it
Ay,
like
corny
pretty
naman.
often. No, no. You know what I would love to try
No,
is
but this is
that
like Times Square. You don't have a Times Square in
that is
California.
true. Oh, that's true. So the experience of being in Times Square eating Jollibee. Okay, that
Yes,
sounds cool.
and if my Instagram is memory is correct, my friend, the talent that he manages, Francis Liberan,
Hmm.
is the guy who designed the designer for the uniforms or something like
Oh,
that.
oh, so the uniforms look different. Kidding.
I might be misremembering, but RC Baltazar, who I
Uh
worked
huh.
with back in the day when I worked for Gary Valenciano.
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow RC on Instagram, and he posted something about they were in Times Square and they did a thing for
Oh,
Jollibee.
cool,
So if
cool,
I remember
cool.
correctly, the designer he represents a friend of his, also Francis Liberan. He designed Darren Chris's what you call this
Costume.
uh, uh, outfit,
Mm-hmm.
costume,
Yeah.
suit
For
for well when he did the Macy's Day Parade, Thanksgiving.
oh, cool, cool, cool. Well,
Darren Chris is
uh,
Pinoy.
yes,
It's kind of
yes,
I didn't
yes.
realize that.
Joey and I take on New York, and we hope, who knows, jet setting Zach could fly to New York.
Oh, that would be nice.
Speaking
No,
of the
magmumotor siya.
one,
He's
I
gonna
thought
take
the
him
one and
ride his
only.
motorcycle.
Come on, hype him up. He's
Come on
here.
in, come on in. Oy, pasok na dito, Jungkook.
Woo! There you go. Now
Hello,
it's
hello,
Zach.
hello.
Hey,
So
how
I
are
came
you?
prepared. I have my headphones. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Very
perfectly.
well, very
Yes.
well.
You have the
Perfect,
fancy
perfect.
headphones.
I
Do
know.
I?
I have my earpiece.
They're fancy headphones. Ako cheap
Okay,
lang yung wired.
okay, I am excited. We are it's picking up. A lot of people this is our fourth or fifth episode, and yung mga
Six,
Seven,
iba
seven.
seventh.
Sorry, seven
seven.
And
already.
yung mga iba, there's something like that going on pala. They're just slowly getting into it. And I hope you guys are all watching. In fact,
Well,
let's
that's
share this right
normal.
now.
That's normal. Like people don't really know something is back, and because we're not really over communicating it, and we don't
I
have,
know. And we're
so
not always exactly on time. And then my tech is failing me. I was going to share some videos with you guys, but I don't know what's going on. Sorry, people.
Okay,
Okay, I see
let's
seven people watching. So
five
December,
more,
yes.
five
yes,
more
yes.
Gaston is on Choro Chorizo.
Let's roll
Choro, he
call.
remembers
Oh my gosh.
Choro.
Maybe
Wow,
we'll roll call
where are
later.
those productions,
I
no?
wish, I was just thinking that I wish we could access all of our Basilton B Bond and
Yeah,
the
grabe.
Choro, the Adventures of Choro. That was
They
fun.
gotta be somewhere. I mean, who
I
has them?
know.
It's probably with Glenn.
I don't think we talked. Didn't we talk about this before? We
Yeah,
messaged
and
each
Glenn
other
was
one time.
on. I don't think he. You mean like the
Ito yun
station?
eh.
Did they not keep anything?
Uh, this is the thing. Jack and Joey stopped, was it 2003?
Yeah,
Right?
2003. Yeah,
Yeah.
98 to
So,
2003.
yeah. So after that, all of that stuff they were stored in mini discs. So I'm not too hopeful that those things survived.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that is, the early aughts in the late 90s. A lot of because I used to be a very active voiceover artist in the Philippines, and at least 100 commercials. I don't have anything that I have anymore because all of those studios nung hiningan ko sila, oh, can I get a copy of the Axe commercial I did and the blah 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 ice cream thing, blah blah blah. Hi, oh, we don't have it there. We wow, thanks, because these
Oh
were still
no.
done
what
on
what
the
what was your
splicing
first ever
on
radio commercial? What was your first ad?
my first ever ready Energizer batteries. Energize,
And
Was it the
okay,
energy.
bunny? Was it the bunny one?
It was funny. Yeah.
Was it
It
with the
was
rabbit?
I wasn't the bunny, but I was a I was one of the I was the person in the ad. And I was pregnant at the time. So I remember I was in the studio and I had a big belly.
oh,
1989.
wow.
Yeah,
You
but
know
yeah,
Nice.
what?
so all
I
that to
just
say that it all disappeared. No, I can't get a hold of any because this was like pre MP3s. This is and so mini discs. Who kept those?
my first commercial, I think you've heard of this, Joey, kasi kakapasok ko ng NU and I go, hey, I have my first paying job na, well, apart from NU, na commercial. So it was for Lepanto tiles.
Wow.
It's like they're, I don't know, they listen to the show or something. Hey, let's get Zach to do the Panto tiles. And I remember the producer, okay, Zach,
Mm.
you gotta say Lepanto tiles in as many ways as you can. Eh, syempre ako, how many ways can you say, okay, Lepanto tiles. Lepanto tiles. Lepanto tiles. Lepanto tiles. Ang hirap. And then that's when I realized, oh wow, there's more to it than just, saying it out loud. And
Yeah.
then I'll never forget, but because that's my first day. And then I actually remember my second one. It was for Domino's Pizza. It came out
Uy,
in,
moving up the ladder
yeah, it
from
came out in
Lepanto to Domino's.
and it came out in Makati Cinema Square Cinemas.
Oh, oh, wow,
Wow. Big time.
wow.
Domino's Pizza. Yeah.
Oh,
Did
may
did you do
modulated
yeah,
na yung voice
did you
mo.
do ads, Marceline? Because you were doing news before, right?
No, no, I didn't do news, but I did. I was on the ads that whatever Ron produced for the promos
Ah,
because
that's why.
I
my
Okay.
didn't knew.
my
Yeah.
thing was promos. So pag walang talent, and if they wanted like Valley Girl sounding stuff, the Americana sounding, yon, ayun.
What
Ayun.
happened to all of those? All of those merch plugs from NU 107.
Oh
Does
man,
anybody have those on file
oh,
somewhere?
you know what? The
Because we
ones
had a
I've
lot of
heard,
fun stuff.
yeah, the ones I've heard, like people who have not radio and things like that. It's
I'm waving
the
at the chat.
listeners, yeah, it's listeners who have them. Okay, now that we have built 37 eyeballs in here, welcome and good evening, good morning, everybody.
Good to
Hey,
see
you
you.
know what? You know
Ton
what? To all these
Gatmaitan. Hello,
people,
Ton. Gary
Ton's
Gnu.
watching. I have a special treat to
Welcome.
everybody watching right now. As of this moment, you are all invited to the SMX show on July 29, 30, and 31, and you can get in for free. So all you have to do is to screenshot what do you call this? The your comment. Just comment below and then show it to the reception and just say, nanood ako ng Zach and Joey. And then
Ah,
the reception will go, talaga, who are those two?
Nice. Sige na, Zach and Joey, whatever. Don't you
So whoever's
know?
watching this, free
wait,
entrance
so
kayo.
remind me, what is
SMX. Yeah,
SMX?
tell us
Ano
about
yan?
it.
Ano yung SMX?
SMX is like it's like a World Trade Center. It's a convention center for the Makinamoto show. We have a motorcycle expo going on there. So it's
Ooh.
huge, it's big, it's fun. If you're into motorcycles, if you're not, it's about time for you to check out some two
Wait,
wheels.
when?
July 29, 30, and 31. And mind you, the tickets are 6,000 pesos. So
Oh
you
my
can
God!
so you can come in free.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
guys, Zach
Hindi,
and
loko lang.
Joey
Quick,
No, I'm
fans.
just kidding. It's only
screenshot
100 pesos.
screenshot the
Yeah, but
comment,
still,
quick.
okay, screenshot the comment, follow
Wait,
Zach
I
and
would
Joey on Instagram and Facebook. Sige na,
I
sige
would
Yeah.
na.
I would save my 100 pesos and take a screenshot.
Yes.
I can't get over that we're all wearing glasses.
Sorry, it's
We
it's
can't. We
age.
can't. I
Stop.
can't see
Hey
without
Zach, because you have SMX, what's it called? Makina Moto One.
Makina
What's the show
Moto.
called?
Makinamoto show. So
Makina
everybody
Moto
watching this, you can
Show.
go get in for free.
Cool.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
Thanks
cool.
to Zach and Joey. And
While
Thanks to
yes,
Zach and Joey and Marceline.
while Zach
ZJM.
ganon.
CJM.
While Zach is doing his moto thing, you missed it. Joey and I will be in New York, Times Square, Jollibee.
Yes.
So
Jollibee?
sorry, yes.
Sama ka sa amin.
Oh.
Punta ka din.
When are you going to
July.
Jollibee? Oh, sorry. When are you going to New
Well,
York?
okay, wait. This is the more important part of Marceline's announcement is that our birthday is coming up on July 27th. So she's going to
Oh
be in New York.
yeah.
we're going to be like seeing each other. And
Oh, wow.
any listeners who might be in the tri-state area, you're
Yes,
welcome to
come.
come on, hang out with us. So I was telling her, Jollibee tayo, because the one in Times Square is supposed to be open. And Marceline was like, we have Jollibee kasi here.
Yes, we have
But
so
I
much
was like, pero,
Jollibee.
so
Pero
sabi ko,
question,
wala Times Square sa California.
how do you find the Jollibee in the US versus, do you still remember what Jollibee tastes like
Yes.
in,
Oh
it's
naman.
different, yung lasa iba sa US. I don't know,
I
I can't
think
put,
like the
it's too
chicken tastes
clean.
different. The
It's
chicken
too
tastes
clean.
different. The chicken tastes different. But I'll tell you, the service is like the Philippines. Medyo mabagal.
I
Um,
think nawawala yung there's that bitter Pinoy taste that I'm looking for. And in California din there was this isawan there
Ano?
some of the
mhm.
riders brought me. Yung
Yeah.
fishball and all of that. And
Uh, dollar
there's
hits.
it's yeah, I went there. And I was wala, there's the bitter na hinahanap ko. I can't
No,
find it
ang
anywhere.
hinahanap mo yung pollution. If you're eating street
May-
food on the
Maybe
street,
that's
diba?
it. That's
That's
where
the
the
missing
bitterness
ingredient.
is coming
No,
from.
no. You know what? I do remember that there's a distinct difference. Is KFC. The KFC here and there. Mas masarap dyan. Period.
Yeah.
Sa Philippines,
Bec-
mas masarap.
Kasi feeling
Wait.
ko,
Where are Zach? Hold on. Where are you?
Oh,
I'm in the
he is
US
in,
right now.
yes,
Oh,
in the
okay.
US.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's reset again. We
Oh,
are all
wait
in
a
the US.
minute. I am down to 10%. Let me grab my charger. You guys chat.
Oh
Oh
Hang
my
on.
God.
my gosh. First of all, look, he's so
So wait,
different.
hold
He's
on.
so special because
First of all, some things never change.
Real. Wait.
We would be doing the show, and
Uh-huh.
teka, sandali lang. Time muna. And then he'd have to dash out and get something. Like, our joke was, if a certain body part was not attached to him permanently, he'd forget that at home.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
that's what we
boy.
used to say.
Okay, we're
He's so
gonna
funny.
we see lots of people here and Ton got my tan. Special shout out because he's making me Alaska. Did you see his comment? I'll show you
Good
his
morning,
comment.
ma'am,
Look at
sir.
that. Look at
Ma'am,
that. Look
sir.
at that.
The
Okay.
spaghetti is good. I like the spaghetti at Jollibee. Parang pareho sa
Okay.
Pilipinas.
Look at Ton's message because I have known Ton got my tan since high school. So
That long.
revealing my school. Hi guys. And also Goldilocks. Do you guys have Goldilocks in New York?
We do. We do have a Goldilocks ba o red ribbon?
Red label.
Red ribbon.
Red
Red
ribbons.
ribbon. Yeah. We have a red ribbon sa Queens and in Jersey City. Walang Goldilocks.
Okay.
Yata. Yeah. Ang layo. It's like all the way out in Queens, and it's just like,
Right.
But
There's a
I will
scene
go
in
with you.
Queens, so I will. You come with me. I'm gonna go on a eating tour,
Yeah.
Philippine stuff, and there's like gourmet foodie things. Filipino chefs really doing very very interesting things.
Oh, wait, hold on. Speaking of Filipino chefs, I found
Yes.
out recently, my boyfriend found this account on Instagram, the only Michelin-starred
Yes.
Filipino restaurant in the world is in Chicago.
Yep. Yes, Zach, you gotta go. How
Yeah,
far are you from
Zach,
Chicago?
you've got to go. Malapit sa'yo
Chicken
yan.
Gym. It's a Michelin-starred restaurant.
Hold on, I'm going to look for the name. I can't. We lost you.
Huh?
Okay, you can't hear me?
No.
I'm gonna transfer to another phone. Hang on.
Guys.
Oh,
Anyway,
my goodness.
roll call. People watching. Where are you in the world?
Where are you in the world?
I'm in California. Joey is in New York, like we said, and
Joey is in New York.
Zach
Okay, I'm
is
looking
in
for it.
Illinois and off the screen. Ganyan.
Kasama, Chicago. Here, can you see it on my phone? Kasama, Chicago.
Kasama. Kasama. Gotcha.
Chicago. Yeah, so it's the
Manila
only
microphone.
Michelin-starred bakery, cafe, and modern Filipino tasting
Very cool.
menu.
Have you been to in New York Flip Sige?
Of course.
Really?
Ay, nako. You know, the thing is, pag kumakain ako ng Filipino food, it's overeat. Overeating. They have a really good burrito called the Cali burrito. So meron siyang konting California in
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah.
Can't
Because I
remember what
think
makes it.
he's
Flip
not here.
Sigi.
Yeah,
Kilala mo
yeah.
yung owner, di ba? Or you?
I know of him is Jordan,
Okay.
and Chef Jordan, and he's cute.
It's
I
they.
said,
I tend to overeat whenever I go to a Filipino restaurant because
oh,
I don't cook, and I do the only thing I do cook is adobo, but
yeah, me
like it's
too.
different. So there's one in Hell's Kitchen called Tradicion, so we can go there.
Mm.
Or yeah, there are a lot of places. Oh, or malayo yung the one that's near me in Brooklyn, FOB Brooklyn. So that's also pretty good.
Is that where the pictures you posted?
Yes,
That looked good. That looked good.
Robert and I went.
Okay, Zach, can
Mahal
you
nga lang.
cast?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Hey, we have somebody from Marikina also tuned in.
Oh,
Hey,
thank you, Sunny, for following instructions. Because I was doing roll call and no one's telling me where they are.
just really quick. I also know Ton got my tan because he's my classmate in Capoeira.
Really?
So that's what.
Oh, capoeira.
That's where I know him. I
Okay.
didn't realize small world that you guys know him too.
I know
Oh,
him from when we were both part of New Skin.
wow.
Oh,
We used to
yung
be,
skin din
yeah.
pala siya, no?
Yeah, this is like, wait, when was this?
Ton.
Early odds. Early
Kaya pala
odds.
ang ganda
Oh,
ng
good.
scutis niya.
And he used to listen to us on NU.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. So, a big announcement here in the US today,
Yes.
dramatically, a 50-year law was overturned.
What is this again?
Roe versus Wade, which made abortions legally available for women, was overturned by the Supreme Court. So
Oh,
basically, it's now illegal to get an abortion.
I mean,
And
wasn't it a gray area? Some states could do it, some states could not.
well, they've changed it now. So now they've made it like you can't.
Yeah.
And
Except
more,
California, you can always get it.
you can get one in New York
And
too.
it's not just abortions really, it's reproductive rights,
Yeah,
all
oh,
those
yeah,
health
totally.
centers for women. So
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
So you can
major
still get an
news
abortion.
with
Illegally, but
difficulty. Yeah.
there are certain states
Ah,
that you can travel to. But see, the thing is, to get one, not everybody can afford to do the travel thing. Not everybody has friends or family in the places where you can get one. So it's more than just saving babies, or it's about women's rights to their bodies, being able to to choose a healthy option for themselves. So it's the big topic of discussion all day today in the U.S.
Yeah, and there are going to be a lot of rallies. It's also because like how the heck did they overturn a law that's been there for
50 years.
50 years, and so it's
Oh
very
no, I'm
scary.
thinking. Okay, no,
No, it
sorry.
is 50 years. It is 50 years, right? Um, it's very scary because it's very weird. It has many implications. Did you watch what's that? Handmaid's Tale?
Of course, I read the book in college,
Exactly.
and
So,
then I watched it when it came out on Hulu, and they're finally coming out with the
what's the name of the book and
next
the movie?
The Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. So it's very scary. It's
It's like it's
sci-fi,
not even sci-fi
apocalyptic.
anymore.
Yeah, but then when I first read it, it was sci-fi-ish. But then when it came out here, it kind of mirrored a lot of things that are happening in this Roe versus Wade.
In
It's
what
one big thing.
situation is abortion okay when we're talking about health options to the side of those who are into pro? I mean, what is usually laid on the table when they say this is the situation we're in, abortion is okay?
Health, the mother's health, or
Rape, stuff like that.
that's one of them. Also, of course, like if a woman is raped, then she gets pregnant. Um, Sometimes babies that are it's discovered in the womb, they cannot be viably brought to term, so they're not even allowing that. Like the baby is not fully developed in the womb and is essentially going to die. um, that's not even something that they're going to allow. So
I
it's a
see.
very, yeah,
So it's just clear cut, no abortion period. That's what they did today.
That's
Okay.
what
yeah,
they did.
that's what they
Okay.
did today.
And the
Um,
next news, I'm sorry, it's pretty deep and heavy, and like I feel like I don't know enough about what the ins and outs of it, you know. And obviously, a lot of our viewers are also in the Philippines, and it's illegal there. So I don't know.
oh,
Very
is it
hot
illegal?
topic.
Is it
Yeah,
illegal in
is
the
it? It
Philippines?
is right because they were fighting for it. I don't know.
Ah.
Wait a
There's
minute.
still a lot of
I made
Oh,
something.
hey, what's happening on the 30th? Is June 30th when the official president of the Philippines is going to be sat down? Is that
uh
June 30th?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Oops.
We don't know.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Wait. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Look.
yes, yes, yeah, I was right. So
Yeah. Look at what I put up.
thank you for the validation, Don.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at
June
this.
30th.
Facts. Love has no gender. Okay, so we
Oh,
can talk about that.
nice.
It is.
Nice.
I made that. It is Pride Month. Well, we're near the end, and Joey, you are in New York City, the biggest Pride celebration. Tell us about it. Have you ever experienced one of those?
So 3 years ago, this is before the pandemic, 2019, I was actually part of the place that I worked for. It was World Pride, and I was selected as one of the team members of my workplace to go and support the event in New York. So it was pretty cool, near Union Square. And I had a limited edition baseball cap that had the rainbow apple on it. Oh, rainbow
Because
apple on it. I
Apple,
mean,
yeah.
it's public knowledge. I work at Apple anyway, but it was really cool, and you got to meet people from all over the world. And then the pandemic happened, so it was like quiet crickets.
Yeah.
We had virtual events, but this year it's back. It's back.
Oh, so it's
Everything.
the first time it's
It's
live,
in
live.
2 years. Yeah, first time in 2 years. The last 2 years, they were all of the events were virtual. So big splash the whole month long. Actually, the first weekend of June, there was a big parade in Queens, in the borough of Queens, and the big one, all out, is this Sunday. The one that goes down Fifth Avenue down the
Nice.
city. So that's really exciting. It's a different energy. It's really fun. But what I found interesting was how Pride has evolved to more mainstream acceptance. We also see a lot of these corporations jumping on the bandwagon and supporting it and being all like, yeah, like go Pride. But that one day out of the year is when they do that, when they
The
should
rest of
be.
the year they don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't
so
support.
I'm glad, like what you said, Joey, that it's there's more acceptance to compared to back in the 70s and 80s. I remember one time when Rock Hudson came out. I was a kid, super kid.
oh yeah, yeah.
He was diagnosed with AIDS or something like that, and then he came out, and then it was a big deal about it, and I couldn't understand as a kid. It's a big deal. And then as you go along, there was this. It was taboo, and then the 90s came, early 2000s, and where we are right now. There's so much hate going on. We see so much stuff going on around, people shooting kids and stuff in schools, and it's refreshing to see people promote love, like what we have, like what Marceline put out there. Love has no gender, and we're pushing it. Actually, I did get into a discussion in an airplane with somebody who was not. He was anti-gay, not anti-gay the person, but anti-gay as a movement if it just spreads. Because he pointed out to me, Zach, if the whole world became gay, how are we gonna get babies? The human.
What?
I go, hey, that's a bit extreme. That's like
What?
the IVF going on right now. I know what he's trying to point out. He has a point. Two guys cannot have a kid, and if half the population became like that, I understand there's going to be a drop because how are we going to
No,
make
it's
babies? It's got to
not.
go
That's
through IVF. I go. I think that that's not going to happen. I see what you're saying though, um, but the reality is the community did not overrun the general populace to affect that kind of change. We're worrying about the population of the human race. It's just been a constant faction that's just there. Why don't we just leave them alone, let them do their thing, and just love them? Just we
Oh
accept.
my God, Zach.
Well,
We're
that's
gonna
what
have to
we're
have
trying
a
to say.
guest here to
Zach,
talk to you.
if we allow a small faction, then we might as well allow the entire country to go that way. But that's the thing. You can't force everybody to be gay if they're not,
Well,
right?
the way it sounds is like that person is thinking that it's something you can catch.
Yeah.
Like it's something that
Like it's a choice. Like it's a
and
choice.
that's
It's
just,
not
that
a
doesn't make
choice.
His point was if this happened to a group of people, then it can happen. Then it can happen to everybody else.
No, kasi the
That's
flaw
what his
there
point
is
was.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, the flaw there is that it's not something that can happen to you. You are you,
yeah.
whatever you are, no gender. That's why the point of it is to accept everybody for
Hmm.
whoever they choose to love, however they want to do it. So,
Acceptance,
so
love.
yun yung mali niya. Like where his starting point nga is like, you think they're choosing to be the way they are. They're not. They don't choose it. Just like you don't choose to be straight.
Mhm. Correct.
Mm,
Right.
So
Ah,
that's
I
you
think
are who you are.
I'm trying to remember that conversation, and I did mention that too. I said it's not like they chose; they decided to come out. Is because
mhm,
they are already that. Is a different
Hmm.
there's a difference
Hmm.
between
mhm.
coming out, choosing to come out, and being born that way. And he said, "What if the whole world was born that way?" It
Why
happened to other
not? We
people,
would be more fabulous.
but if it happened to the whole world, then that's where his point was coming in. How are we going to reproduce the next? The population will drop. And I was pointing out IVF, and then he said, "Yeah, everyone's gonna go through IVF." And then I just, it's a long flight. Can you just shut up already? I want to enjoy my.
Wait, what was this guy Pinoy or was he American
I
or?
was Australian, and
Really?
yeah, and it was an. I'll never forget that conversation because he pointed out a situation wherein the world was gay, and is that okay? In the sense that we are preserving the next, um, preserving the human race angle. It's extreme. It
Hmm.
has never happened in entire history that um, people were dominantly gay. It was dominantly straight with a faction of people being gay. Therefore, just leave them alone. So
I don't know.
Ah,
His reasoning just doesn't make sense to me because
yeah.
it sounds to me like he's coming from the thinking that uh, you can be quote unquote infected or influenced quote unquote. I don't know.
Yeah, because here's what's different. Okay, I think it hasn't changed. There have always been gay people. What changed is now we're trying to make it so it's okay to come out with it. So it's not true that there's like more or less and all that stuff because they've always been there, like ancient times. It just
there's been
was
a constant
yeah,
percentage. You're saying it's just that people didn't come out before for
yeah,
fear. I think.
exactly, yeah.
Well,
Right?
for
Anyway, look at that. Lots
getting
of
killed,
individuals
yeah,
are already yeah, read this.
for fear of losing your life. That's and it's not like that's totally been eradicated in this day and age. Like that still does happen. Oh, okay. So Aris.
Si
Uh,
Aris, si Aris.
I just saw a really interesting article about the fertility rate globally is going down, and one of the countries that that this report specifically talked about is Japan.
Ah,
Their people are choosing to not have babies because it's expensive. Childcare is expensive, kindergarten is expensive, so they're opting, and women are opting to focus on their careers. So let me find. I need to look at my phone where I found that article. But that is an interesting point. A lot of people are choosing to not have children,
Yeah.
and
So
that's
The
their
fact
right.
that, people who, apart from those who are not choosing to have kids or choosing to not have kids, yeah, there are also couples who just can't have kids.
right.
There's a thing
Yeah,
about the next generation's diets or something like that affecting fertility.
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh yeah,
Oh,
you know what?
speaking of
Speaking of which,
yeah,
I noticed that since I moved back to the states, back to the U.S., I was just thinking about this the other day. The food we eat here is so much different from the food in Manila, in the Philippines. There was this show that was on that showed a wet market, yung palengke, and it just jogged my memory to when you buy food fresh from the palenque from the market. There's no, like there's no preservatives added to it, and so bread is fresh. But here, everything is just filled with uh, with preservatives and stuff that's just not healthy. So all that to say that I really feel that I have the weight I have gained is more so contributed to by genetically modified ingredients. Like the cows here are made to be fattened up. You know, cows sa Pilipinas, farmers don't. I doubt that they. Well, I could be wrong, but I mean, like, there's just so much more sciencey stuff that goes into food production here in the U.S. that makes it so unhealthy.
I actually feel the difference eating food, because I'm shuttling back and forth.
Oh
So
yeah.
iba eh. I have malunggay soup. I love my malunggay soup and squash that's being grown in our backyard, and I just eat that. Si Manang helps and cooks it, and iba. I feel different. I feel lighter, and I just feel detox each time I eat.
Yeah.
When I'm
Yeah.
back here, ayan na, Ruffles, sarap. And then you got
Mm,
your frozen pizza, sarap din nun, di ba? So, and
mm.
hey, going back to Pride really quick about transgenders.
Oh yeah.
There was this article I wanted to ask you guys about this from the perspective of women. There was this guy, or sorry, there was this guy swimmer. He was,
Swimmer.
he was ranked number 412 or something.
Hmm.
He changed genders.
Is this Leah Thompson?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
Cut off
let me.
long. Now is a woman, and she's now number one. You think this is fair? Should I don't think
So
it's fair. I think
the
men and women are
swimming.
genetically
Yeah.
structured differently. You cannot
So
keep off body parts and say you're a woman. I think I don't know what or you actually can call yourself a woman if you want. Go ahead. But when you're competing with somebody who was biologically born as a woman, isn't it a disadvantage?
yeah,
Leah
so
Thomas.
actually, yeah, the
Leah Thomas.
U.S. Swim, whatever, the swim governing body, they did say if you something like if you
If you
transition when
after the
before
age of 12. So if you
transition,
transition and go through that whole process after you've hit puberty, which is they're saying 12 years old, you cannot because you've already passed that line that defines puberty and
yeah.
your
So you can't
body
compete
is
in
primarily.
the
So they're saying
yeah.
so they're saying that if you are under 12 and you are a competitive swimmer, then as long as you transition before you turn 12, then yes, you can compete as a woman. And
Oh,
so
So
there's
that
this
that's
whole
that's
argument. Yeah.
their work around it because they recognize it is, and that is that Leah what is her name?
Leah
Whatever.
Thomas.
Thomas. I'm thinking Leah Thompson, like
I know that's what I
the
said
actor.
earlier.
I know that like
Howard the Duck.
her teammates, they can't say na it's unfair. If I can say that's your teammate, you can't
Mm.
say. But yeah, that's kind of not fair. That's my
yeah,
view.
those are some of the things that I think humanity is still sorting out to this day. But
Yes.
I'm glad that they are. Um, it's just a matter of live, let live. I think just let them
Yeah.
be. And
I think like our generation, we're the ones like grappling, lalo na siguro the older generations, like all these changes are new to us. Like I'm still really struggling with pronouns, people's pronouns.
Well, that's the first thing that
Yeah.
you want to ask a person. Like it's like
Yes.
where I work, we have it on our name tags, and it's something that we consciously
Right. You
are
have to
teaching
constantly.
ourselves to ask. And so you start with like, "Hi, my name is Joey, and my pronouns are she, her, hers." And then you ask the person, "What are your preferred pronouns?" So it's really being sensitive to that and
Yes.
acknowledging that if a person chooses they theirs or she she them, then that's how you refer to them. um, Jennifer Lopez,
I refer to their daughter.
did you
Yeah, their
yeah,
child.
so she brought Emmy, her daughter, out to perform with her, and in this whole uh, intro, she basically, she said they are. So she used Emmy's pronouns. They are my favorite person to sing with, and and I'm so proud of them.
what is
And
they?
That's
How is
what
they?
they choose. They're like non-binary, so
non-binary, yeah.
not neither. Like they
Okay,
love what they
I
love.
have. I'm still struggling with this at this point because
Yes.
I understand if I want to be called a pronoun, sure, but can I compel somebody else to call me a pronoun of my preference, wherein biologically speaking, biologically, not
Mhm.
perception or whatnot, people are just born men
Yep.
and they're
Mm-hmm.
born women. I'm not talking about gay
Mm-hmm.
or straight
Yep.
or what. I'm talking about genetically. You
Mm-hmm.
can be identified as a woman, but you're still born a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to
Sure.
struggle with it. And what is so offensive if you were born a certain gender and that's what you are? It's accepting who you are to begin with. You know, see why I'm struggling with it? Call me a woman, but I was born a guy, Zach. Okay, me, Zach. I'm talking about myself. I'm Zach. I'm a guy, but call me a woman. And then somebody will tell me, "What's wrong with embracing yourself, being born as a man who wants to be a woman?" Now I'm okay. See what I mean? That's why I'm getting short circuited in my head when we're talking pronouns. Why can't we just base it on what were you born with, right?
Well, because that's the whole argument. There is that you people are choosing to, for instance, if they transition. So if you, let's say you decide, oh, I'm going to transition and become a woman, then your preferred, you are a woman, and you want the world to see and acknowledge that, and respect that choice by using the she, her,
She,
hers.
hers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
um
I think the point is to respect what the person wants. So
yeah,
that's what they're fighting for. Like I grapple with it, but I live with teenagers, and they automatically understand this.
they're
So it's
woke.
really cool. No, it really is, and so they've been trying to explain it to me because we have
Yeah,
many friends who have transitioned as well, and are the whole spectrum. They're the non-binary and all that. um
If we
and
take out gender,
yeah, I have such a hard time also. And then my son goes, just say what they want. How does
yeah,
it hurt you if they say call me this?
yeah,
Just call them that.
yeah.
Diba? Ganon.
I think if
I
we
use
take
they
out
them pronouns, then
if we
use
take out
those.
gender and genitalia, if we let's say this piece of paper is colored blue, born blue, and then the color blue thinks it's green and wants the world to say, "Hey, I'm green," and people look at it, but it's blue. You know what I mean? That's the
No, no,
confusion.
no, no. That, yeah, I guess that's the confusion, but that's not the goal that everybody is moving towards.
And
It
not
is,
to eradicate what you
yeah,
historically
yeah.
did.
It's like
Okay.
be have was it love is has no gender. It just means I accept you as a person, as a person. Diba ganon? Yun yung hope eventually. Like, it won't matter. I mean, gender is assigned. You're right. Biologically, you have this and you have the other thing. You have what you have. But
But I
but
like
the
what they
gender
said
is
about
maleness
we
and
won't hurt
female.
you. I
What's that?
like what you
Sorry.
said. I like what you said when you said when the next generation is saying it won't hurt you if you just go along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
Well, so going back to your blue paper reference.
Okay.
So the blue paper realizes that, I'm actually not a blue piece of paper. I feel that I, I'm actually a pink piece of paper. So the transition part is going through all the procedure of turning from blue to pink. And so now that that's pink, you the idea is, oh, hi, yeah, you're pink. And not, oh, you used to be
You
blue,
used
so
to
you
be.
have to
Yeah.
be blue. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If that makes
First,
any sense. Yeah.
mhm.
Oh, good job, Joey.
Wow,
Good
small talk
job.
at the breakfast
Oh my God, this
table.
is small
My
talk. This is
goodness.
deep talk.
But
Everybody
you see,
chime
Oh,
in, whatever you want.
but you see how complicated things can get, and how a certain background or a certain sect, and how this can turn into hate, right? You know,
yes.
you see where this can
You've got
step
to
up.
educate yourself,
Yeah,
educate and enlighten, and really, and even when people use the argument, well, teach me, that's a wrong thing to say also. Like, why do I have to teach you
Yeah.
about something
Once you
that you
learn.
should be learning on your own? So, you're right. Ultimately, it's about accepting and loving people where they are, and not trying to, force somebody's beliefs on another person. I That's really one of the big things that I've been focusing on in my faith journey the past years.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
just like,
gives another dimension. The whole, if you're a certain faith, you can't even
right.
conceive of this. Yeah.
That's, yeah.
actually,
I don't
um,
think.
this is in now that you're talking about that, this is in line with a movie that I'm making, and
Wait,
I
wait, back up.
You're
What?
making
You're
a
making a
movie?
movie?
What
yeah.
right at the Regal
So
Films?
this is no, this is gonna be a
MGM,
film on.
Paramount.
I'll tell you the story. It's an overview. It's a simple story, but it's going to be about this, in line with what you're saying about why we should just get along. Because a lot of these things, if you fast forward to where we are, what, a billion years from now, this is this is all gonna matter, right? You see what I mean? So basically, the movie is going to be about realizing that people on Earth, since we're talking about faith, is actually serving um, uh, uh, a superior being, but not because of love, but because of purpose. Because we are basically existing right now because we are serving something else. That's the whole part of the story. It's like chicken is to humans. The chicken doesn't know it, but we're cooking the chicken. That's the purpose of its existence. It's harsh, it's tough.
Mm.
So that's why if I am that supreme being looking at what's going on in Earth, what are they up to? Oh, they discovered electric cars. Nice. Who are we, you know, gonna use for our benefit next? There's also a lot of theories behind this, and like the what is energy, or what are we what can we offer to a supreme being that's just not out there in terms of, it's definitely not energy because the sun's out there. But I was thinking and toying with the idea that maybe it's because we are living a life that they can experience through us, and there's 8 billion of us, and we're like one big entertainment. Um, uh, what's the word? Sensory entertainment or something like that. Super small.
Wow.
Basically, humans are nothing, and we're just serving something else.
Mm.
Wait, so
But
you're
I don't
making a
know.
movie. How are you making this? Is it animated? Are you starring in it? Is it
You
a
know,
bomba film? What is it?
Yeah, that's a good question because I don't have the money to make it. And the reason why I'm announcing it right now, hey, gusto niya sponsor to. So that's the whole of the movie. Now that you're talking about things that you're worrying about, and why it's just boiled down to just, relax everybody. So many people are uptight. And I just realized it right now at this age, when we're so uptight when you're so young. And then now at this age, chill na lang muna tayo. You like a
Oh,
guy rushing, going road rage. Go ahead. You can go ahead. I'm not
Yeah.
affected anymore. Just gotta chill. because there's so many things we don't know.
Yeah. What was that saying? The longer you live, the less you. I can't remember.
Karen?
No, I mean, like, just the older you are on this planet, the less you care about, the more you just learn how to love people,
Mhm.
and just kind of meet people where they are, and accept that, you can't always have things your way, or see you can't make other people see things your way either. um, One thing that I am very passionate about, that I want people to see my way, is animal rescues.
Oh, great segue. Great
So
segue. Go on.
I got to volunteer with this group last week. There was this big conference in New York called NFT NYC. So I'm not into NFTs. It's just, all of this stuff is just like beyond me at this point. Like, I used to care about like the advancement of, but now I'm just kind of like, it's okay. I'm going to sit this one out, guys. Anyway, there's this big event, and one of the exhibitors was Rescue City. So if you look them up, rescuecity.nyc, they are, good morning, Reisigi from Dubai. They rescue animals, and the event that we had was, we puppy sat a group of 10 puppies. So
Mm.
we brought them, unloaded them from the van, brought them up to the fourth floor, and there was this whole meeting room that was covered in fake grass, and they had a huge playpen, and the puppies were inside, and people, attending the conference could come into the room and sit down and have a puppy therapy. So that was really, really fun, and all of the puppies were or are up for adoption. So that, I many of my friends are pure breed dog owners, which is fine. I have nothing against that, but I'm also of the thinking that there are many, 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 many neglected dogs and cats that have been either thrown away, or they're in abusive situations,
How
and
is that
they
working?
they
Because like
they
in the winter
rescue,
time, I mean,
and they need to find homes. So that's one thing that I'm really passionate about, is rescuing dogs. If you have a choice, rescue a dog, and give it a good life. Um, our boy, he's turning. Thank you, Mars. RescueCity.nyc. I'm sure there are many across the world. Um, Check out videos from the dodo. There's a lot. GeoBeats is another good YouTube channel that has animal rescue stories. But yeah, and the more we talk about it, the more you realize that it's such a first world country thing to be passionate about, because in other parts of the world, people are starving, and like, I can't really think about rescuing a dog. But all I'm saying is that if you are in a situation where you can, it would be good to at least consider it. Go
yeah.
go go to a rescue organization and just take a look at those faces. And
What's the situation in New York for like winter time regarding the dogs? It gets really cold out. So
you
is
know
that
the
where they need the most help?
I don't see strays. Pilipinas, I see a lot of strays, but
Oh,
I haven't seen any strays here
there's
in the.
not strays either. That's what the animal care is for. The
Yeah.
animal rescue. What? No,
Yeah. So, but a
legal
lot of
animal
the
services.
city run organizations, they take them to kill shelters. So these dogs end up just getting killed after there's a period. They're called kill shelters, and then if they don't get adopted within a certain amount of time, they're euthanized. And so the idea is, a lot of these other rescue organizations that are not kill shelters, they'll come in and they'll take them under their care, and then they'll hopefully get them adopted out. But cats, I have seen a lot of stray cats in New York, and sadly, to answer your question, in the wintertime, some actually die out in the street in the
Yeah,
cold.
yeah, it's too cold.
It's so sad, no? You I haven't seen any, but my friend was telling me one time that they're frozen in the street dahil sa sobrang lamig.
Oh no.
Oh
It's harder to
yeah.
catch cats. That's why. I mean, you can't like coerce a dog. You can just give him a hot dog or something. He'll go to you and take care of it. It's friendlier.
I have a
Cats.
cat. Do you want to see him?
Yes, let's see your
Okay,
cat.
let me get the cat.
Oh my
Okay, you
God, what's
guys
his name?
carry on.
Is it
His name
Garfield?
is no,
Is it
it's
cat?
Juno. It's
Juno.
my son's cat, Juno, after the movie Juno. Yeah, let me go get him because he's a kitten and we did rescue him. So
Oh my
let me get him.
goodness. Zach, do you have any
You,
pets?
Right. I used to. I had 14 cats.
Oh my
I
God.
Yeah. I picked up a lot of cats in Manila. Going home from gigs, I just see them hanging out. It's like 2 a.m. and uy, cute naman ito, and then I'd bring them home. I always thought that uh, hindi tama yung when you gotta neuter them, and it's just that it's actually okay to neuter them,
Yes, because that's the way to curb their population. It's a
and their
responsible
mood.
thing to do.
Yeah, they're so chill. I have this male cat who was on the verge kasi medyo puberty ko na siya nakuha. And sabi sa akin ng vet, if you don't neuter this kid, it's gonna go come out like a little tiger, wild
Yeah,
cat in the streets.
yeah.
And then, sure enough, chill lang siya. He's a bit. I still have him. His name's Buchito.
Oh,
He's the only one remaining out
how
of the
old
court.
is he?
He's probably 9 by now.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
They live long too, huh?
yeah.
May kilala ko like 20-year-old cats. That's amazing.
The
Oh,
reason why he's still with us is
mhm.
because Siamese.
Hello. Oh, yung
Siamese,
cute
right?
naman.
Juno, say hi.
It's a Siamese. It's a
Well,
Siamese, right?
yes, we
Siamese.
rescued. Well,
Oh my
so we
goodness.
did try going through shelters, but you have to
Mhm.
apply, and of course, kittens were in demand,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
we never got it through there. And then my kid's classmate said, "Are you looking for kittens? We're fostering," because his mom abandoned like a litter, and she had
Oh,
done it before.
oh,
And obviously,
mommy.
she's Siamese. We don't know what the dad is.
Hello, cutie pie. Hi,
Is
Juno,
it
that's a
Juno.
Coca
microphone.
colored or white and brown? It
So
looks very
pretty. Hi,
Look,
white.
here you
Juno.
go.
Is the
Look
fur
at
white?
those
Look,
eyes. Look at those
it's
eyes.
kind of brownish. There's like a
Okay.
brown.
Okay. Oh,
There you go.
nice.
Hi, Juno. Oh my God, you guys. So here in New York, there's take a look on Instagram, Bodega Cats of Instagram. So uso dito yung mga sari-sari stores. We call them bodegas, like the corner grocery. You'll see cats, and the cats are kept on property to go after mice, to curb the
Which is
mice population.
Super
So
big rats in New York, guys.
yes. So when you walk in, it's very, very, very common to see bodega cats across
that,
New York. So
that's great.
yeah, that just
Um,
reminded me. And
I was
they're
in
very fat. They're very well fed because they eat all kinds of stuff from the store.
I was in New York during the pandemic, February 2020, the height of which,
How
and
dare you not see me?
we were messaging each other,
Were we
and yeah,
messaging each other? Oh yeah, we were.
yeah, and I was kinamusta ka tayo? Are you okay? Are you sick and stuff? And it was the rats. My goodness, they were inside like everybody else in February, and they were running through
Oh
the
yeah.
walls, and
Yeah.
they're just gonna die somewhere. And then what's that smell? And then you're looking for it. Ayan na siya. And then grabe. And yeah, I think cats. That's brilliant. That's the only. How do you solve it? It's infested.
Yeah, that's one of the big problems they have here, which is why the bodegas, the sari stores use cats to keep the mice at bay. But there's this funny viral video that came out. The rats of New York, the mice in New York they're used to people. They're fearless and they eat well. So there's if you look for it, he's carrying an entire slice of pizza.
Yeah, I saw
Like
that.
twice its size. Dito sa ulo niya, kargan niya.
Yeah, I was dragging it, and I was
So
wow.
funny.
It was
It's
Dragon
so
Pizza.
funny. It's so New York. Oh, somebody says I look like Emma Bunton. Thank you,
Oh,
Maxima Verde. Yeah, Spice Girl, baby
Hey,
Spice.
just
you've
when
been
I
getting
thought,
that since before.
oh, baby spice. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
be scary.
May si
Um,
Zach yun, si Zach yun. Zach
because
is
he's
sporty. Si
because he's
Capoeira
sporty.
Spice. Capoeira
Yes, and
Spice.
Sporty is the one that can really sing, right? She was
Right?
singing Jesus Christ Superstar.
Did she?
Ah.
Yeah, I forget her name. But anyway, look,
Yeah.
just when I thought nobody really cared what we were saying, Salamat Noel.
Oh, yeah. We try to keep it real.
We wanted to
This
talk
is
about Amber Heard, but that's kind of older.
You know what? We would have talked about Amber Heard if Mr. Zach was
if we
not
let Zach
touring
have
the
his way.
world.
Yeah.
Yes. No,
Wait, so
no, he
wait,
just wasn't available.
wait, Zach, remind me, were you pro Amber or pro Johnny?
I was pro Johnny. And then after 5 minutes of looking at Amber Heard, I'm like, ganda niya talaga, no?
Dati.
But as you go along, it was just really what a weird situation. I mean, what a nightmare. I
Yeah.
mean, if everything that they're saying about Amber Heard is true, I mean, what a nightmare. I mean, can you imagine?
Did you
There was one testimony. Johnny Depp would go home, and then Amber Heard would take off his boots, and then to Johnny Depp, that's new. And then there was that one time. I mean, it's new for him. He never experienced a spouse taking off his boots. And then at one time, Amber Heard got angry at him because he took off his own boots. It was really odd
wow.
behavior, at least from me. I mean,
Dude, I think it's odd enough, like when she's recording, if you're in a relationship and they're recording your conversations, hello, red flag.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Did you guys catch what the what one of the jurors said in the press? So one of the jurors came out and said Amber was like, before answering the question on the stand, she would look at the jury like this
Oh my god.
and stare at them. And the juror was like, she intimidated them. She
she
was
was instructed to do
scary.
that by her
By her, yeah. Well,
lawyer, who's
you're
equally
supposed to look, but not
odd
like
too.
so.
That is how you lose, guys. Do not
But
look
you
at
know what?
people
You know
like
what's sad about that whole thing is
Yeah.
Amber's kid. You know, she's gonna grow up. They're gonna make fun of her. You know, it's gonna be tough for the kid. And this is something parents should be mindful of when they do something, dumb.
It's
that.
a
Ala, Zach, burahin mo na lahat ng mga embarrassing things about you.
the striptease you did for me on the show,
Giant
Yeah.
naked billboard. I don't know.
the billboard on EDSA in your underwear. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but yeah, poor kid. I mean, I just hope people won't be too hard on her daughter for what
Yeah.
yeah.
See, you got it in. You got your Amber Heard in. So, what is the next month looking like for you, Zach? Because you're
Um,
the busiest.
Well,
yeah, like where in the world are you going?
India is actually where I'm headed next.
Wow.
There is a ride. It's just we're sorting the schedule because the ride is 3 weeks long. I go, where are we going? Why is it a 3 week ride? I mean, I'm
Wow.
going across a 2 week ride I've done. A week, yeah, that makes sense. But 3 week is long. That is a long time to keep on riding. So we're starting that sked out. That's happening next month.
How long do you ride? Like when you ride, is this like,
All
is
day.
it like 8 hours and then you sleep
Yeah.
somewhere?
Yeah. It's an average of about 200 kilometers a day, or about maybe 100 miles a day, and then you camp out or you rest, and then you go to the next town, up to the mountains or wherever.
Wow.
So yeah, it's opening up. I mean, this died the past 2 years, but before the pandemic, it was really busy for Makina. We did Himalayas, South Africa. We were riding all.
Wow.
And I'm just happy the
Wow.
world's opening up. Now, India was one of the worst hit, right? Everybody just got COVID over there,
Oh,
and I think
wow.
everybody's immune. So now, hey,
Wow.
guys, we're good. Are you ready? Well, yeah. So we're just sorting that schedule.
So
And
you're
of course,
not you don't stay in hotels or motels, but you sleep in tents or do you camp out
There's
or
summer hotels,
Oh,
right? Summer
there are
hotels.
hotels and there are hotels, but there is one ride that I missed out on, which was kind of gung ho, which is camping out in tents and stuff like that. I just missed out on that one. But yeah, that happens. You just pack up your tent at the back, dig a hole somewhere, take a crap there, and
That's what I was going to ask, but I didn't want to say it. But now that you did ask, say
that's
yourself.
the great
Okay.
thing about the internet. We can say tae.
Saan kayo tumatae?
Yan ang podcast.
Oh, ay, oo nga, no? Pwede tayo magbura kasi
Oo.
podcast where there's no
Pwede.
regulating body to tell us. You cannot
It's so
say.
weird. Pwede ka magmura pero you can't sing a song na may copyright.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You can't sing a song
In
kasi
MU,
may
my goodness, if you
copyright.
start saying tae, Myron's gonna call you up and start. What are you saying tae on the airport?
Oh my
But
God. So I follow Myrene on Twitter,
Uh-huh.
and she was posting one time that she had a weird dream about being on board somewhere, and then Zach was in the dream. You have to look at her Twitter feed, and then so I replied and I said, "Oh my God, I have this weird recurring dream that I'm sitting I'm on board somewhere, and I don't know how to run the board because it's so high tech, and so I get like nervous in the dream, and I have gaps everywhere. I'm like gap, dead air,
you were
and I'm
talking
just
the
like,
whole time.
it's so
Oh,
funny. It's a recurring nightmare of mine.
Wait,
But
does the board look different now? I'm curious.
I
it's all
no,
computers.
but yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
a lot
you
of it
don't
is like
have to
Yeah, you know
computer.
what? Your dream. There's something about your dream that is actually. It could mean that that is your actual fear on board. It's
Yeah,
like everything is malfunctioning in your life.
it's a reoccurring. It's actually a really weird.
Yeah,
When I
that's
have
a
that dream,
subconscious nightmare on radio.
yeah,
Oh, nothing's working and I'm live.
I'm live and I'm talking nonstop through my ass because I need to kill time before the technician comes in and
Mhm.
figures out what's going on. Right?
What I would do with dead air, actually, your ad lib is just so funny. You do it all the time when
Yeah.
there's a all you do is say moment of silence. It cracks me up though when I hear you say that. Okay, she's fiddling with a CD probably.
A moment of silence.
And then the silence.
Or when we oh my God, I have days that I really do miss being on radio, being on board. It kind of just like comes back to me, and I'm like, oh, I miss that. Like the show being on the air in the morning. That was really fun. I tell people that was the best part. That was the highlight of my career. But Jan Ventura, salamat for tuning in, singing our song. We need to make it our goal to figure out where our merchandising plugs went. The
It's with
jingles,
Glenn. I honestly think it's with Glenn. He hit it. I
Zach
think
and
he copied it.
Joe, in
Took it,
the,
you
you know.
think?
Yeah, he
But
has
how
that.
will he play it if it's like on
I think he
whatever
transferred some
format?
CDs for his. I think he transferred some to CD, and I remember he was dumping a lot of stuff on the computer, and I think he kept it.
Okay, well we need to
Well,
find
Glenn
out.
was watching before, so just today I'm surprised he's not watching. So
But we do record this and we do post this on. Is it the YouTube or the
the
Facebook?
YouTube
It's on
on
the
Facebook
YouTube.
actually after it airs, everybody
Okay.
you can watch the replay. But then I do pag sinisipag, I'll cut off the dead air and stuff like that. I do that on YouTube. So maraming
Oh,
salamat sa mga nanonood. I
yes.
wanted to share one thing. I let me see if I can show it to you, but I don't think you'll hear. Let's just try, ha?
Oh yes,
Let's
Philippine
try.
Independence Day celebration.
Yes. So June
June
was
11. June 11 ba? June 11.
June
June
12.
11.
Ano ka ba?
12.
June
Sorry,
12.
sorry po.
Shit.
Sorry po. Bayang magiliw.
No, wait. So
June
let's see if you can
12.
see this, but I don't think you can hear for some reason the audio. Ayan. Guys, this was you
Where is
can't
that?
hear it. You can't hear it, ba?
No. Can you?
So it is the Melodies who we interviewed because Zach wasn't there when
Melody
we
del
talked to
Mundo.
Melody Del Mundo. So this was one of many Independence Day celebrations in this one is in the city of Carson. It's outside of LA.
Wow.
And
Is
then
that
see people if you can recognize some people.
is that Robin?
No, that Robin was at another gig, but this guy's name is Phil. I forgot Phil's last name.
And
He was
that's
just playing in place of Robin, and that
Wolf.
is Wolf. Yes, people are like, is
Wolf.
that Wolf? So I will post that here.
Wow.
Sayang you can't hear the song. It's very good.
Which song is
So
this? Was this
this is
the
Running. She
ah
sang it for us. Running. It's the English song. Look at Wolf's face. Nah.
Ah, there's Wolf.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway,
nice.
sayang you cannot hear it. But let's stop. So what is
Aw.
interesting there is I go to this festival, and I guess TFC is the main host or whatever or sponsor. Feeling ko nasa Pilipinas ako, guys. This the band that or the performer before the melodies was Florante.
Wow.
He's there. Wow.
Yeah, apparently he lives in the States and has been living here for a while. But
What?
it's so funny because he was saying these bastos jokes, and I'm doing a live stream. I'm like, oh my god, I'm the only one that can understand it. No one can understand it. And they were like bastos like pisngi, dalawang pisngi, whatever, na may guhit sa gitna. Like that. And the answer, I was like, oh my god. The answer was, it was a
Wow,
yo-yo.
what a
It was a
tito
yo-yo.
joke.
What?
Yo.
It was a yo-yo.
What a tito
You
joke.
know.
Tito
And then,
joke. That's a dad joke or a
yes, it
tito
was.
joke.
There's a lot of titos and titas there. So I was like, where am I? Because it was discombobulating. Like, you're in the States, tapos Tagalog sila, tapos sino ang bida ng whatever, ang probinsyano, like, it was all
Hey,
ABS, TFC stuff, you know?
speaking of jokes, Joey, name me all the newscasters who went through the morning show. There's Indy.
Indie,
Indie.
Indie, and
Rock. Ricky. Indie. Ricky. Joyce.
my sister did it, didn't she? Or we did regular news?
Did your sister do it?
I
Yeah,
think regular news. Yeah. She did.
yeah. And then there's 9 Inch Nails, kinda because of the
Well,
traffic.
he did traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Wait,
remember
how,
any of it more?
Nails.
how did we get from Philippine Independence Day?
This is where I'm headed. Because you were talking about jokes, and one of our newscasters, 9107. Do you remember Marielle Jimenez? She lives in New York, and she's doing stand up over there.
What?
We
So I
gotta
messaged
find
her,
her.
and they said, "Good
Meet
job
us in
and good for
Jollibee.
you." Yeah, she's in one of the. She's a regular, a resident, stand-up
In one of
comedian.
the clubs.
I'm watching her stick. Yeah,
Wait, so
maybe we can guess her because you guys are all there in New York anyway.
when did she do the news in NU?
Probably
Baka
when
after
you
na.
that's
Oh,
when
yeah,
you
baka wala na ako nun.
What's your name? Marielle?
Because
Sige,
when
sige.
you left, the mornings were like it was like a mix because I left 2006 already, 3 years right after to focus on the band. So Marielle came in and she did.
Oh,
I think she did it with you as well. I think you were on board. Marielle Chua or Jimenez. Right now she's Jimenez, but she did it for just a few months. And then we kept in touch, and now she was in New York, and now she's
nice.
in stand up. So you catch her, you should catch.
Cool.
Because naalala ko, you were talking about jokes. Naalala ko,
Nice. Oh.
Nice. Yeah.
So that's it. Philippine Independence Day. There are so many celebrations in June. The next time there will be Philippine celebrations is October, which is Filipino American History Month.
Oh, nice.
FAHM. So yon, and then so there are these things in the States that your Filipino-ness or Asian-ness come out. So May, Asian American AAPI Heritage
Yeah.
Month. Tapos for us, June is the Independence Day. It's October. So
And
all
then, of
that's
course,
going on
in July, which is the best month of the year because it's our
because
birthday.
it's our birthday.
Yes, so that's the
Okay.
big celebration. Woo!
Hey guys, I know it's late where you are, and we're gonna wrap it up.
Inaantok
If
na
you want,
ako.
inaantok na. Let's just thank. I will just go quickly. Gary Vinluan, Fimor, Daniel, Ton, who left. He's going to Australia now. Kim Iglesias,
Noel.
Fajardo, Zandra. Who else? You
Wow.
see any?
Thanks-
Jeff Macapagal.
Thanks for joining
And
us.
Aris, maraming salamat. Noel, Ray Sige. Oh,
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed the show, everybody who's still watching right now, if you could share the link as well. So for those people who want to watch later on the day or in the
Yeah.
afternoon, share the video and spread the word that we're doing this once a month.
Every
And we're
last
still,
Friday.
last
Yeah.
Friday.
yeah. And
Libre
we're gonna
entrance
try to
SMX.
and we're gonna try to squeeze an Amber Heard for the longest time until we'll see.
Maybe
Zach
that's a
is
recurring joke, diba?
Zach is going to
And then,
single-handedly resurrect her career.
oh my gosh, don't spare us.
Oh, did you see her net worth
Answer to
right
Aris
now?
Wolf was on drums.
Did you
Huh?
see her net worth?
Did you see what?
Her net worth on Google. It's
No.
now negative 7 million.
No. Eh, kasi may utang siyang 50 million kay Johnny, di ba?
Something like that. Somebody would have
Pwede
joked.
na siya i-hire sa Pilipinas. Tinan
Oh.
nyo, magkakakarera yan dyan sa Pilipinas.
Kasama niya si Will Smith na mag-guest sa show natin.
Ah,
Hindi na lang magsasampalan sila. Wow, okay. Well, there you go. There's the actors for your movie, Zach.
Oh, yun na. Oh, yung Zach is producing a film.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
last, syempre, I'm going to say again. And then you think now of how you're closing it so that I disappear and I end with you guys on the end screen. But remember, Joey and Marcy will be at Jollibee Times Square at the end
In
of July.
July. The end of July.
Talk with us, buy us some Chicken Joy. I don't know. Maybe we'll
Yes.
share a bucket. Or
Pineapple
something.
juice.
Yes.
Spaghetti.
Yes.
Spaghetti.
And then don't forget the Makina Moto Show, July 29
At
SMX.
SMX.
Screenshot
Yes.
anything Zach and Joey related. Actually, if you get one of our little promo things with Zach and Joey's picture, pwede din, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save yourself
Share
the 6,000 pesos entrance.
Share this live feed and get in for free.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, and then whatever, anything you want. Tell us what you want to hear next time. Thank you for joining us. Medyo malalim yung mga topics today, except for Amber Heard. But I am going to leave you with your favorite.
Anything goes naman tayo eh.
Yeah.
Diba?
And we're gonna try with music next time. I will figure out the tech stuff. I will disappear from the screen, so I leave you with your original hosts, the hosts you love, Zach and Joey. Maraming salamat. Bye, everybody. This is Mars, but it's your turn.
Actually, Zach and Joe and Mars, it has a nice ring to it. We can be called Zijim.
Zijim or
Yeah.
Majiza, you.
Yeah. You want to say anything you want to say, Joe,
No.
before spring?
No, just accepting donations for the July birthday bash of Marceline and Joey.
Or Jollibee?
No, looking forward. Oh my God, it's been so hot. So don't hold me to it, but I think I'm actually gonna buy one of those like neck fans kasi mainit. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I think those are practical.
A
And
neck fan. Nakita ko sa Amazon. Sabi ko, oy, kailangan ko dito. Kasi sobrang init. Sobrang init. It's so humid and yucky. And so sabi ko,
that's a big help.
I've seen a lot of people wearing those like weird looking neck fans. And I'm like, they must work because people wear them. So
And be careful.
next show, I'm going to have one on my neck.
Yeah, heat stroke is real.
Yes.
Anyway. All right. Thank you also. And everybody watching, thank you so much. Great to see you again, Joey. I'll see you next month.
Catch our recording on YouTube and hit us up on facebook.com/Zach and Joey. Bye. Mwah.
Bye.